is with Miss Erika Jayne Girardi. So this is according to Radar Online, and this is an exclusive from them. It says Erika Jayne demands jury trial and $25 million lawsuit demanding she repay money her husband firm spent on her. Basically, they're saying, listen up, Erika Boo-Boo. Your whole pretty mess life was pretty much a fraud, and you need to return those funds ASAP. Okay, let's get into it. It says, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erika Jayne has demanded the court set a jury trial in the bombshell $25 million lawsuit filed against her, RadarOnline.com has learned. According to court documents obtained by Radar, Jayne has informed the court she wants to argue her case before a group of her peers. Listen, this goes into what I said earlier. You can understand the legal rationale for something, but there's also a moral component to it. Erika, why do you want to take this to trial? Why? You're just wasting people's time, people's energy, people's money, and you're playing with people's emotions right now. Cut the crap. Cut the crap. You know the money was fraudulent. It's victims' money. And it's just like Kathy Hilton said, everything you have doesn't belong to you because it was never yours in the first place. The money that got it never belonged to Tom Girardi. Therefore, the way you got it, it never belonged to you. It doesn't belong to you. And just like the actor John Hamm, whatever his name is, from Mad Men, he said the same thing. Erika is a liar and she talks in circular logic, and I'm not here for it. Jennifer Lawrence, A-lister Jennifer Lawrence, said that you were evil and you needed a new publicist. Well, I agree with everybody. You're evil. You talk in circular logic. That makes no sense. And not just a new publicist, but you also need a new lawyer to advise you that you don't need to take this to trial. You need to settle. Now, before we continue with the article, the more details, I'll just tell you what I think about this. And I want to know what you guys think too, so put it down. This is what I think about this. There has to come a point where if Erika is too egotistical and narcissistic and deranged and delusional to do it, somebody on her legal team, somebody in her camp needs to step the F up and just say, you need to settle, Erika. They're asking for $25 million. Get as much money as you can up and settle. Hey, I don't have $25 million. I have X amount of million. Can we settle this? Let's make the victims as whole as possible without having to drag everybody to trial, without having to waste everybody's time and money and energy. You're claiming to be broke, but yet you have all of this money to pay a legal team to fight a $25 million lawsuit against you, but yet you want to act like you're broke and you don't have any money and you're some destitute wife in ruins? The average, actually not even the average, the more than average person does not have the funds to pay for an entire legal team to fight against the federal government on a $25 million lawsuit. And I'm talking about people who are well off. They still don't have that type of disposable income. So my question is, where are you getting the money? I get you get a Bravo check, but you have a lot of expenses. Like you said, it's expensive to be you. You have Glam Squad. You have the multi-million-dollar house you're living in West Hollywood. You have all of your cars. You have more jewelry, more bags, all of that stuff. You have a whole creative director, so somebody who's probably on a salary at this point. You still have your whole entire Glam Squad. You've been flying to Paris and everywhere else. You have a lot of money, Erika. And then on top of all of that, you also have enough money to have an entire legal team to fight the federal government on a $25 million lawsuit, but yet you want to make us think that you're broke? Show me the above average person, I'm talking about financially, the above average financial person who has the amount of disposable income to do that. I'll wait. And then you want to play in our faces when Tom Girardi gets a public defender trying to lie and act like he doesn't have any money. So if Tom Girardi is so broke that he has to get a public defender, where is your money coming from, Erika? Because as we know, your entire life has been subsidized by Tom Girardi. So if Tom Girardi doesn't have the money, how do you have it? Oh, that's right. We know how you have it because Tom gave a bunch of his crooked friends a big stash of money to funnel to you through different accounts. That's right. That's where you're getting your money from. Through these front accounts that Tom's friends are funding you from. And we know one, James Wilkes. Or James Wilkies, whatever his name is. The one that opened up the Wells Fargo account in Florida. And you've already got over $500,000 from there. And that's only the account we know about. So if we know about that account, imagine how many accounts there are that we don't know about. Oh, that's right, Erika. That's where you're getting your money from. It's still victims' money, and it's still fraud. Somebody in your life needs to check the hell out of you, Erika, because it's actually very disgusting what you're doing. You never should have appealed on the earrings. You should have turned them over to begin with. And this is another sad thing. I feel like Erika, it's like pride always comes before the fall. Because I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I think that if Erika had showed, even if she is psychologically incapable of it, because I do think that she's a narcissist and sociopath, so I don't think that she actually has the capability for empathy. You know, that's why she says the only person I give a damn about is myself. I think that's true. I think it's very sociopathic. I think she lacks the ability. But just because you lack the ability doesn't mean that absolves you of culpability. Anyway, this, again, you know what? If you guys need consultants, call me. Because, Erika, I could have gotten you out of this jam. It might have been a hard pill to swallow, but you would have been in a much better position. This is what Erika Jayne should have done. According to me, candy cane. This is what she should have done. She should have not gone with the fake BS story about he cheated on me and that's why I wanted to divorce him. He's cheated on me. We all saw through that because number one, nobody thought that he was being faithful to you to begin with. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, I think we all kind of knew you were, you know, an arm candy piece and Tom Girardi was doing him. I don't think anybody really, that wasn't a thing. And the timing, we're not stupid. You want to randomly say that now all of a sudden after 20x years, you now have a problem. And then with the stupid quote receipts was from like 8 years ago from like a flip phone. It was like the dumbest thing ever. It was so stupid. That was the wrong strategy. You should have went to the strategy of shocked, bewildered, betrayed wife, had no idea what her husband was up to. I didn't know he was doing this, and I feel so betrayed. I feel like my whole life was a lie. I can't believe this is happening. I just want to make the victims whole. I just want to do whatever I can to get out of this. That's the role she should have played. She could have played the I'm the victim too card the way she keeps trying to, but yet she does not acknowledge or empathize with the actual victims. But if she would have said, hey, I'm a victim too. He blindsided me and I feel horrible for the other victims. I can't believe this. You know, I'm so embarrassed that my husband would do this. I had no idea. I'm going to cooperate as much as I can. I bet you she could have got off on this. She could have gotten off on it. She could have still had her little contingency accounts that Tom set up for her because she still has them, obviously. She could have still had those on the side. And then she could have just saved face. You know what, feds? You know what, FBI? Here's all the money I have. Here's this. Here's that. take it, make the victims whole. I just want to help you out as much as I can. I had no idea. I can't believe this. I'm so embarrassed. Take it all, take everything. I just want to make it right. That would have been what she should have played. Because to call a thing in America, things are getting better. But if you're going to be honest, I personally don't find her attractive, but let's just say, she is an attractive, rich, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white woman in America. I'm pretty sure she would have gotten off. Pretty sure. But that only gets you so far. When you start acting like you're above the law, when you start acting like you're smarter than everybody in the room in a public way, because it's one thing for behind the scenes for them to, be corrupt people. Let me do you a favor, let me scratch your back, pull some strings, relationships. It's one thing for it to happen in the dark. That's one thing. But when it happens publicly, and then the feds and the FBI and the good judges and all of those people get egg on their face, and they're thumbing their nose up to the law publicly, and it's a public embarrassment. Like the FBI was embarrassed as hell when it turned out the local guy, was the son of Tom Girardi's long-term mistress and secretary. That makes the FBI look hella crazy and corrupt. And they don't like that. Also, it came out with, the Secret Service guy. One of the top LA Secret Service guys was a really good close friend to Tom Girardi. And it came out he was scheming with Tom with the Amex credit card fraud. That came out. I'm sure that they're really pissed about that. I'm pretty sure the Secret Service is not thrilled that they look hella crazy and corrupt with egg on their face. And the Secret Service guy and the FBI guy, depending on how they did their deed, basically betrayed their what's the word I'm looking for? Their office, their title, right? They betrayed not a badge, but you know what I mean? And if it's one thing people in that type of work hate more than egg on their face, it's a traitor. People who are police officers, judges, FBI, the feds, Secret Service, what they hate more than people embarrassing them publicly are traitors. I really think Erika played this whole thing wrong. She played it all the way wrong. She could have played it pretty much like I said, and I bet you she would have got out of this pretty unscathed. But now she has the IRS going after her for over $2 million. Now she's slapped with this $25 million lawsuit coming after her. Now she's, appealing for a pair of earrings that is now being investigated for the switcheroo. Now she's drinking, handles of vodka in Burbank with Tom because now he's being indicted. And because she was uncooperative, because she's been suing them left and right, because all of her skeletons are coming out of the closet, she's been implicated. She has not been indicted yet, but she's sure as hell has been implicated. She played it all wrong. She should have played, oh my God, I had no idea. Not the way she did it. I didn't know it was happening, but no, she should have played it like, I'm so betrayed. I can't believe he betrayed all of the victims, and I can't believe he betrayed me. What can I do to make this right? If she would have played it that way, even though I think the majority of people with half of a brain would have known she knew at the bare minimum, and she was involved in some way, somehow, I think anybody with half a brain would understand that. I'd still think they would have just let her slide. But she played it all wrong. All right, let's get back to the article. I want to know what you guys think about this. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. As Radar Online first reported last year, the Bravo star was sued by the trustee presiding over her estranged husband Tom's Girardi bankruptcy. Exactly. You wouldn't have been sued by the trustee. I don't like using this word, but you're an idiot. You're an idiot. I don't mean it derogatory, so I don't mean to be disrespectful by using that term idiot. But your behavior was idiotic because you would not have been sued by the trustee if you would have cooperated. Because the only reason why the trustee is suing you is because you're not cooperating. And the way in which you make people cooperate in our country is you sue them. So you would not have been sued. Your reputation wouldn't have went to crap to hell. You wouldn't be facing, scared in your boots the moment the feds are going to come knocking. Girl. Okay, let's keep going. Back in 2020, Girardi and his law firm Girardi Keese were forced into bankruptcy by his various creditors. The once respected lawyer stands accused of running his firm like a Ponzi scheme. Prosecutors have accused him of embezzling millions for his clients. In court, Girardi's ex-clients accused him of using their settlement funds to live a lavish lifestyle with Jayne. The reality star has denied all allegations of wrongdoing. See? Wrong road, Erika. Wrong road. If it were me, and God willing, this will never be me, but if it were me, I would have been like, I had no idea what my husband was doing. This breaks my heart. And even though I know I did nothing wrong, I feel horrible. I feel so bad. And I just want to do anything I can to make it right. That's the card I would have played all day freaking long. All day long. But she lost any shred, and I mean shred, of compassion or benefit of the doubt when she lost her freaking mind in Aspen and her mask slipped. And she was like, I don't care about anybody but myself. Alleged victims. Who says they didn't get the money? Blah, 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 blah. I'm still talking to Tom. He's smart as a whip. Blah, 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 blah. When she did that, she lost every shred. That's why Kyle lost her mind too and was like, Erika, stop. Like, I can't even have your back with what you're saying. Even Ding Dong Dorit was like, Erika, you need to stop. And then Lisa Rinna got her out of there like Speedy Gonzalez. She was like, come on, let's go. You're about to mess this up for all of us. Let's go. Erika played the whole thing wrong. The whole thing wrong. Girl. Let's keep going. Months later, after Girardi was forced into bankruptcy, the trustee filed the massive lawsuit against Jayne, demanding she return millions of Girardi's firm, the millions Girardi's firm used to pay the bills for her company, EJ Global. The suit demands Jayne pay back the millions spent from 2008 to 2020. Wow. Ms. Girardi at all times was and is an entertainer with a 12th grade education. Ms. Girardi was never and is not an attorney, and she trusted that GK, Girardi and Keese, Mr. Girardi, and the outside accountants, given their superior knowledge and expertise, prepared proper, lawful, and legitimate tax returns, her attorney argued. Her attorney needs to shut up. Because did your attorney not watch you on the show? Did your attorney not watch you on the show? Because did you or did you not on the show say that you could basically be a lawyer yourself, given how much and how long you would just be right beside Tom Girardi at Girardi Keese? She said it in her own mouth. She's basically a lawyer herself. And also, this lawyer needs to shut up because last time I checked, education does not equal intelligence or capability. There are people who have 4 or 5 degrees. Calm down, Dr. Wendy Osefo. I'm not talking to you. There are people who have 4 or 5, every degree in the world, and are not intelligent, are not capable, and they don't have it. Memorizing and regurgitating data or information does not equal intelligence. First and foremost. That's why it's always that sort of like, everybody in Silicon Valley, that they always want to have that, oh, he dropped out of Harvard his sophomore year and he went on to become Zach Zuckerberg or Steve Jobs, blah, 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 blah. It's almost like even like a badge of honor, which is ridiculous. If you get into school and you can pay for it, go to school. Because it's more than just about the education, it's about the experience. I loved college. Oh my God. Loved it. It's about the experience. But anyway, like I said, education does not equal intelligence or capability. And your client already said to the world, she basically could be a lawyer because she sat right up there with him and she was always at the firm. So girl, bye. Girl, bye. Next, Jayne demanded the entire lawsuit be dismissed, claiming her husband was solvent at the time he paid her bills. Again, I don't know who her lawyer is. I'm not a lawyer, but I could already knock out this argument. This argument doesn't make any sense. It does not matter if he was solvent, meaning he had money, he had funds, he had money, he had enough to pay the bills. That's not what the issue is, you idiot. The issue is whether or not the money he gave you, solvent or not, was the victim's money, fraudulent money, ill-gotten money, dirty money, blood money. That is the crux of the issue. Not whether or not he was solvent, not whether or not he had the money to give. It's whether or not did the money he give was legally his to give. And if it was not legally his to give, i.e. it was stolen, then you legally need to return it, because in our country, you're not allowed to receive stolen goods and money that don't belong to you. My partner cannot go out and rob a bank and then turn around and give me the money. And I'm just like, well, he's solvent, so I should keep the money that he robbed. Doesn't make sense. Girl, bye. Anyway, let's keep going. Because I'm enjoying this, because this is the tomfoolery of this. Oof, I would have a field day. Okay. In the recent filing, Jayne and the trustee revealed they have continued settlement discussions, but no deal has been reached. Okay. All right, Erika. This made the most sense out of everything you and your attorney has said. You're discussing settlement options. Settle. Why in the world would you want to drag everybody to court over this? Settle it. Whatever money you're spending on your glam, whatever money you're spending on your Ozempic shots, whatever money you're spending on Mikey, I'm sure he's milking you for a lot of money because he's not friends with you because he likes you. He's friends with you because you pay him. And somebody that you pay is not your friend. They're an employee. Point blank, period. All that money, who's paying the rent on that the multi-million-dollar house you're in? All that money, you better scoop that money up and get a settlement going. You better start making restitution. Please. Listen, the moment Tom Girardi was indicted, I would have been like, okay, my strategy isn't working. Ding dong feds, ding dong FBI. Look, I'm ready to cooperate. What I got to do to stay out of jail? Because Tom Girardi might be 83, but Erika, you're in your 50s. That's still a young woman, in my personal opinion. To me, 50s is young. 50, woo-woo. People are dipping it and doing it in their 50s. It's young, it's fun, it's a vibe. You got your whole life ahead of you. Your whole life. Especially this day and age. Stop taking those Ozempic shots, though, because that might knock you out before your time. Other than that, you have a whole life ahead of you. And it's so sickening how people's own ego and narcissism and delusion of grandeur makes them think that somehow they are entitled to what does not belong to them. Because, Erika, the life you have been living for the past 2 decades never belonged to you. That money belonged to the victims for their pain and suffering, for their medical bills, for their food, for a roof over their head, for peace of mind, for closure, to be made whole, for whatever the hell they wanted to spend it on because it was theirs. And it blows my mind how Erika has the audacity to think that she is entitled to a damn thing. You're not. Settle the case and shut the hell up, Erika. Ugh. I want to go on the show just to tell Erika off, and then I'll be out. Because reality TV isn't for me, except for behind the scenes. I would love to be a producer or something like that, but not to be on it. All right, let's go. All right. The report, which was first reported by lawyer Ronald Richards, noted the parties had previously engaged in settlement discussions over an extended period of time. No settlement was reached, but settlement negotiations have resumed and are ongoing. That makes sense, girl. You better settle this. Stop playing around. Stop playing around. Jayne will be back in court this June, where the judge will set a trial date if no settlement has been hashed out by the parties. Stop playing with your life, girl. Stop playing with your life. Go ahead and settle that up. Go ahead and settle it up. But this is the reason why. That was the end of the article. So the reason why I bet you the settlement conversation started again was because Tom Girardi got indicted. And she was like, holy crap, this is actually going down. This is actually going down. And Erika, you keep playing around, they're going to find a reason to criminally charge you. Because they're going to want their pound of flesh. And Tom Girardi's 83. I'm shocked they indicted him. I'm happy they did. Because he was doing nothing but playing, memory loss in his little facility, living his best life. I don't think he had memory loss at all. And it's actually very disrespectful to people and families who go, who have to deal with people, not deal with, but I mean, who truly have loved ones or themselves, have to go through having dementia, or memory loss. It's such a horrible, horrible disease. And it affects everyone to, watch your loved one slip away. It's horrible. And him playing around, he thought that was his get out of jail free card. And what also blows my mind is, again, they're still living better than the majority of people out here, even though they're crooks and frauds. There are so many people who wish they had the luxury of being able to put their loved one in a good facility where they're getting good care, whether it's because they financially can't do it or because they can't find a facility that they can trust, because there's a lot of elder abuse, unfortunately. That is a luxury, to have the person you love who's in their golden years be taken care of in such a way. Ugh, I can't stand these people. I cannot stand them. All right. Cannot stand them. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. What do you think about, Erika Jayne? Now she's in negotiations to settle this. What do you think is going to happen to her? Do you think she's going to be indicted? Yes or no? Do you think that she's going to end up just settling all of this stuff and nothing's going to happen to her? Or do you think, no, the IRS is coming for her, the feds are coming for her, this $25 million lawsuit's coming for her, and an indictment is coming for her? She will have to actually answer to all of this. What do you guys think? Put it down below. And before you do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend, because a key is always better with community. And check out our description box down below. Join our newsletter. It is 100% free. and check out our self-love and self-care content as well. All right, you guys. So with that, I'm going to drop the link in case anybody wants to come up so I can give my voice a rest. I have been running my mouth up here for 2 hours, just talking. So I hope you guys liked it. And if not, no worries. I'm going to get to a couple of candy cane questions and comments real quick. If you